How are you, Sagittarius? Just saying your zodiac sign makes me smile. So thank you guys. This is going to be your week ahead reading for August 21st through the 28th. This is general energies, but focused on your sign, your Sagittarian beauty. So that could be for sun sign, moon sign, rising sign. Honestly, if you really know your chart very well, you can listen to this video and incorporate it into whatever house Sagittarius, whichever planet falls. It was moving through the sign of Sagittarius when you were born, and you could see what house it was happening in, and you can really get into some major detail. But I'm just learning all that stuff. It's really fascinating and complicated. It's actually complicated. It's humbling how complicated it is. So Sagittarius, has your week been lightening up? You guys are always so good at staying light, guiding us through those dark times with your energy. God, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So let's see. I'm dividing up the cards right now, just splitting the deck so that when just to give it a little bit more diversity as I shuffle. Okay, you ready? I am using the... Oh, I forgot to say, please click subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and ring that little bell. If you press that little bell button, it will alert you when all the content I upload every day is uploaded. It will also alert you to when I go live. So you'll be able to join in the conversation. We could always use your cheer, your humor, and your bluntness. Sagittarius. Let's see what energies are in the air for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius from the week of July 21st to the 28th. I always let you guys know when I'm time stamping it. I'm actually recording this on Monday, the 22nd, FYI. But I also believe that whenever you find the video, you find the video. If you find it 3 years from now, that's because you were supposed to hear it then. And that's when it pertains to you. But at least you know a little bit of... Oh my God, it's stormy outside. I love storms. Why do I always think of Neptune when I think of you guys? I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh, Sagittarius, have you guys been looking back a little bit? Have you been reminiscing some? That's not common for you to look back. But there's a purpose to it. There's a reason. And I think if you're building a new business, if you're building a new relationship, whatever you're building new, whatever your future endeavor is requiring you to take a look back into the past. You may not like this, but there's a mentality here of around the full moon, there was a visit from somebody from your past. Somehow, whether they came into your mind's eye or they actually came back into your life. Somewhere around the full moon, which was just last week, the beginning of last week on Tuesday. And it's funny, you almost were like spying them from a distance, looking at them like, holy crap, I thought this person was gone forever. But that didn't turn out to be true. Could have been a bill collector or a tax collector. Some old debt or burden came back last week. It's what retrogrades do to us. And my dear Sagittarian, it seems like it caught you. It caught you last week. And here you are. Oh, the universe wants to come and tell you it's going to be okay. The abundant universe will provide. I feel like this does have to do with money issues. I really do. Bring your ideas to life, because this is what you're working on right now. And it all pertains to the energy that you're putting into this new endeavor in your life, whether it's getting a new job, building a new business. I don't necessarily think time to think on your feet. Oh, you had to be creative. I almost see you like dodging behind buildings to avoid the IRS guy. That's what I see happening. You know, I don't judge you. I don't judge you. We've all been there. But the message is plain and simple, Sagittarius. Your life is abundant. Even if you feel broke right now, the life you are going to think on your feet, which is what you're very good at doing, and you are going to find that there is help coming in from the universe. I say at least in the next 24 days. 24, 27, nice next month cycle, there's help coming in from the universe. May not sound like it is, maybe from a Taurus, could be from just another Sagittarius, but there are people that maybe it's from a couple, a mom and a dad, that care about you and want to support the efforts that you've been making in your life. They really believe in you. They see your creative prowess. They see and they believe in your idea. But this is something like the little details that you omit, that you skipped. That can be a creature flaw in yours, that you always love looking at the big picture. You're the big idea thinker. You have the energy and you have the charisma to get people on board. Clearly you have the support. You have the support from people who really believe in you. People who are going to give you the resources or help you out with the resource that it needs. Two very, very loving people. Like I said, it feels like a mom and a dad. It could just be very good friends, aunt and uncle. It seems like people who are used to investing in you and will always believe in you. So this is them that's helping you through this kind of itchy time, because little Froggy Frog showed up and was like, show me the money. And you were like, tuck and roll. Dodging them bullets, Sagittarius. Oh, I feel you. It's okay. Like I said, I don't judge you. The other way that I could read this is simply this. I see you sneaking around buildings. I just can't help it. It's almost like, if you can see, there's this little eyeball looking at him like he's barely there, like trying to hide, and he's like trying to like figure out the way. It's like barely there. He's like the invisible man hiding behind corners, and the rest of you is just like trying to figure out the escape route. I understand. I get it. And you're really looking to help. You really trust these people. This is a kind of a kismet energy too. It could be you coming into union with a Taurus, right? This could be another version of the reading, or just another part of the reading. It could be you coming into union with a Taurus. There's an electricity between you and a Taurus. There's an electricity between you and this person who is, they're quite solid for you. They're quite steady for you. I'm not really necessarily sure you're just looking at them. That you could be looking at them opportunistically, like that's part of what's attracting them to you, is that you see the abundance that they have and you really like that. You really need that abundance in your life right now. That's not the best reason to get into a relationship with somebody. I would try to avoid using people in that way or leading them on for that reason. If you were tempted to do so, please don't. But I really feel like they definitely believe in you. They definitely believe in you. And you are definitely needing people to believe in you right now, because you need the extra support. Ooh, but Sagittarius, the tangled web we weave, man. And you're really not a web weaver. You're really not. You're not. I mean, basically, you're just trying to find the way forward. That's what you're looking for. You're trying to find the way forward. It's almost like right now, you're hiding from whoever came back from your past, because they want something back from you. It's like they're literally like, show me the money. Where's the pay? That's what's going on. and you're still looking in the future. It's like this Taurus is looking straight at you, but you're still looking in the future. There's a little spark of energy between you, but I don't know that you really appreciate fully what this Taurus, or there's a person of abundance. Could be another earth sign, but I feel like major Taurus because of the bull. This is a buffalo. This is also spirit. Sagittarius, right now, you're not connecting enough with spirit. You're almost too dead set on and focused on just manifesting your dreams. But I got to warn you, I have to say, you're cutting corners. And I support you in building your dreams. And clearly, you have people on your side who believe in you. But I feel you so want to manifest this, you're cutting corners. You're not, maybe not even intentionally, just because you're skipping over the details. But Sagittarius, especially if this is your business, if this is a new maybe even if this is a new relationship, this, especially if you're engaging a Taurus or another earth sign, you can't skip over the details with earth signs. They have the details alphabetized, prioritized, and they've probably already sent you an email to make sure that you're on board and know what direction they're thinking of. Like, you can't skip the details. So this is a good person to align yourself with, but the detail that you're kind of leaving out is, are they attached to you in more, in a way that's beyond just them supporting your business. Like I said, I do see a mom and dad character here who are giving you support. They're the ones that you should rely on, to be honest with you, because they know exactly who you are, and they're not going to expect anything more from you. But this person, this Taurus, what is going on? Oh, I was holding the deck upside down. That's interesting. Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of a wonkiness here. It's almost in be peace, be here now. No, that's right. Slow and steady. That's the reason. That's the reason why they came out upside down, because Sagittarius, you're rushing this. I understand how important it is for you to get this new enterprise off the ground, to get this new job, I don't feel like it's love just because your mind isn't love. There's potential love for you. Somebody has taken notice of you, but the bottom line is you are so right now in your headspace about, I don't know, finishing this book that you're writing, finishing this song that you're writing, getting this business off the ground. You all your energy and focus is really there, but you're almost focused too far ahead of yourself. And we had a slowing down period like a week or so ago where you were forced to pull back a little bit and live in the here and now. And you didn't stay there long. You're kind of skipping right over. You're rushing things. You're rushing things to the point where you're getting a little bit sloppy and getting yourself in trouble and kind of having to dodge some bullets now because you're skipping out on details. Maybe you're not handing in all the paperwork that you're supposed to. You whatever's going on in your life, whatever you're working toward, you want it. It's like you want it now. You want it now, and it's not supposed to be right now. It's supposed to be taking a lot more time, and it wouldn't be moving as fast as it was if you were actually paying attention to the details and, crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's. So what I would do is, if you can't figure out a way to slow yourself down, then definitely reach out to maybe this mom or dad in your life, this stable person in your life, whether it's an aunt or an uncle or a friend. If it's a potential lover, don't reach out to them for this help. I would keep them completely and totally separate from your new endeavor. Yeah, love is staring at me right here. And this person who is falling for you wants to move real fast. This person who's staring at you wants to move real quick. And it's, once again, reiterating earth sign. But they're very connected. They're very intuitive. And it's not that there isn't potential here. It's that your focus is elsewhere. And what you'll be tempted to do, especially for this week, is lean on them to help you out. Just because you need the resources. You're not intentionally trying to be manipulative at all. You just need the resources. You need the people on your team. But they're invested more in seeing you as a potential love partner. Like I said, there's Taurus, could be Gemini, could be Virgo. I don't see a lot of Capricornian energy, but it's an earthy sign. It's a practical sign. It's an earthy sign. It's probably a Virgo or a Taurus, to be honest with you. And they would be a very great asset for you right now. But it's like they don't want to just file your paperwork, if you know what I mean. They are invested in more of you than you are in them. So please, this week, stay very, very focused on your project, but you got to slow down, because know that you're skipping details that are extremely important right now, and they're going to keep catching up to you, and you're going to start spending more time having to go back and on frustration if you don't take the time to make sure that you've paid attention to all the different bullet points before you rush on. There's definitely this beautiful earthy energy. There's definitely this beautiful earthy energy coming through. Very playful energy, very loving person. So Sagittarius, if you are single, there is love on the horizon, but you don't really see it right now. They're in your life. I feel like you've already met them, or you're just meeting them. You will definitely want to just drag them into your fold so you can have more people helping you. But they'll mistake that for, potential for spending more time with you. There's definitely more feelings on their part than your part right now. That's a big old FYI. Because not that there's not potential, but that you're just too focused right now on this endeavor. But you're so focused on getting it off the ground, you're not making sure you've built the basement, set the foundation, and created the skeleton for the building. You have to do all of that work before you head on in with the designers, put the roof on, and make set the date for the grand opening. You have to do the grunt work. And right now, this week, you're trying to rush against the tides to skip all that stuff. And I've said it before, if you try to push things too hard within the Mercury retrograde, they will break. And you'll be very, very disappointed if this endeavor doesn't work out. This is something that does actually mean something to you. It just does. I mean, I can't say it better than that. This is something that really means something to you. And so show it that it means something to you by making the self-sacrifice, by putting yourself into a situation that is a little bit uncomfortable for you. Uncomfortable because it means focusing on the details. I know, I can feel your skin itching, but believe me, it's going to cause less trouble and be a more sound business decision. If you can't figure out how to do it, then please enlist the help of a parent or an aunt or an uncle or a former boss, somebody that is not going to be romantically interested in you, but you also know really has believes in your creative endeavor, believes in you. There's definitely a spark, though, between you and an earth sign. There's definitely a spark. I just don't think that you're fully paying attention to it right now. And I understand. And to be honest with you, I'm going to pull a Whispers of Love for you. To be honest with you, Sagittarius, I get it. Like, I understand. I don't think that you should be love focused right now, because whatever you're trying to get off the ground, if you are in a relationship, you're a Sagittarius in a relationship, this could be you leaning a little bit too much on your partner to do all the practical work while you go and do sort of the fun stuff. And it's going to hurt them. You know, they're going to be the ones that are coming out pissed off at you. So slow your roll, Sagittarius. Slow your roll. Because because it's a wonderful place to put your energy into entrepreneurship, into building something that you believe in. It's a wonderful place. Why wouldn't you take the time to make sure that it's built correctly? In some cases, you could be rushing into a relationship that you're not ready for. You could be rushing into a relationship for the reasons of stability. Maybe you need, to split rent with somebody and you're thinking about moving in with them because, taking your relationship to the next level or rushing the relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize a need for change. So there you go. Are you rushing into this relationship with this new person because you need stability? Oh, the lightning just struck outside. It was beautiful, but it also was like lightning just struck. Are you rushing into a relationship with a new person because you need stability, because you need cheap rent, for all the reasons that you shouldn't be rushing into a relationship for? Because it's basically making you that person's child instead of their counterpart. I would really, really slow down. Take a long look at why you're deciding to get into the relationship with this person. Because right now I don't feel like your focus is really on relationship. And if you're in a relationship, I think that you need to take a look at the patterns that have been happening in your relationship. Because your partner isn't pleased. And it could be because you're leaning a little too much on them and their reliability and their dependability, and their ability to make responsible choices. And you always get to be the fun one, which at first could very well have been something that they loved. And it's what we all love about you. But long term, it's going to wear when they're the ones that are expected to always carry the burdens and to always clean up the messes and to always pay attention to the details. It's starting to wear on them. So pay attention to it. I'm telling you to pay attention to it because there are going to be issues that are coming up. Like these past patterns are going to be thrown into your face this week. These past issues that you've skipped over and haven't spent enough time for because you're too, like almost hyperactively looking to get to the end. Whatever this endeavor is, it means a lot to you, but you're rushing it. You're rushing. You want it to be over now, and it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet, and you're skipping some very important details, and in skipping them, you're burdening somebody else with having to deal with them, and that's going to cause a lot of issues for you this week. So the message ahead is to simply understand that that this tension is building, that you do have a need to slow down. If you enlist anybody's help, it should be your mom or your dad or the aunt or an uncle, those people who you're not supposed to have an equal relationship with, that they've always sort of been your support system. Do not treat your partner like your mom or dad or put them in that role. There could be tensions growing, and you'll start to see it this week that there are tensions growing, and your partner will, if you're with somebody, see fit to start throwing those things back up in your face, and that's going to really affect the relationship poorly. If that has already started to happen, then what I would do is be like, you know what, you're right. You're right, and I've been rushing things, because the truth is you have been rushing things. If this is a new relationship, you're going to be rushing things for the wrong reasons. You're going to be rushing things because you need stability from somebody. You need an extra set of resources coming into your your banking account, and this is an opportunity. You're seeing them more as an opportunity than as a person, and that's going to lead to some really serious disappointment. And it's not good, because honestly, this is a relationship. This is a good person, and there could be some really great energy between you. You just have to wait for the dust to settle and confront those issues with this new, with this project that you've been trying to avoid, because they're coming up. You can't avoid them. You can't avoid them. I'm just letting you know, Sagittarius, there's no way that you can get around them this week. And so enlist the help from the people that you know are neutral. Go and do the drudge work. This is not going to be an easy week for you. It's going to feel like you're going through quicksand, but it's what you have to pay attention to. And whoever this person is on the horizon, or whoever this future person is, or this person that you've just met, right now your focus has got to be on this project. Right now. Okay? They've definitely got you on their radar. It's not like they're going to forget about you. It's just that right now you really can't give them the attention that they need. If you're already in a relationship, there could be some issues coming up this week between you and your partner about them saying that basically they take on too much and you don't take on enough. Listen to them, try to be patient, and just let them know it's because you're stressed and you know that you're rushing this. And they'll probably remind you that if you keep rushing it, you're going to break it. Agree with them, because they're absolutely right. It's going to be one of those weeks, Sagittarius. That's an FYI. So the way forward is just to keep breathing. Take deep breaths. Meditate in the morning if you can. Do anything you possibly can to stay in the here and now, because the past is coming back. You've been pushing so much for things to move forward in the future. You've left loose ends in the past, and it's going to reemerge, and you're not going to like it. You're going to try to dodge it. Don't try to dodge it, because it's not going anywhere, and it's only going to get worse if you dodge it. This is a week that you have to, if there's one message from Spirit, you have to embody the buffalo and attack things head on this week. You absolutely have to. You can't rely on somebody else to be that buffalo for you. You have to be it yourself. If you try to rely on somebody else to be a buffalo for you, I can tell you right now, it's going to cause you even more issues. That's going to hold you back even further. That's a big old FYI. Sagittarius, keep smiling, keep shining, and I'll see you next week.